Right, welcome back. And yeah, so funny, we've been talking there in the Falls panel about tonight's big race. And of course, 100 metres has been rocked this week by the news that two of the great runners, Tyson Gay and Asafa Powell, are both caught. Well, actually, we've got to wait for their B samples, but basically they failed drugs tests. And both blame supplements. And Bolt clearly said yesterday, I take nothing, I do nothing. All I take is vitamins. And I was thinking to myself, why do athletes take vitamins? I mean, there's been a lot of stuff about the fact that vitamins may not even be good for you. Surely it's better to get these essential nutrients from your food. So I thought, well, why not get a diet expert on, or a dietitian, top sports nutritionist, Gavin Allinson. He's joins us now. So good afternoon, Gavin.
Afternoon, guys.
Hi, Gavin. What do you make of this this idea that he said all athletes take vitamins? Is that so?
Yeah, I would imagine so. Most of the athletes that I've worked with do take some sort of vitamins. Just really because you're unsure of the quality and of the nutritional quality of modern day foods, the soils that they're grown in, and even how long sometimes foods are stored. That can actually affect the vitamin levels in there. So just as a belt and braces approach, it's often a good idea to take a good quality multivitamin.
What about this sort of, because obviously you get a lot of conflicting medical advice, but there have been reports, haven't they, that taking vitamins may actually be worse for you than not taking them?
Yeah, there is. Some you have to be careful of, particularly the minerals and metals, for example, like things like zinc. If you take too much zinc, that can lead to your immune system being weakened. So it's not quite. It is a bit careful, and you really should, consult with a sports nutritionist. If you're just going to take one or just one tablet a day, then you're probably going to be okay. But sometimes people think, oh, if one's good, two or three might be, is better. But that's not often the case.
Weighing up the pros and cons, Gavin, is it really worth the risk from what you can gain out of taking them for what you could possibly lose if you take them?
Well, that's down to every individual athlete. I would imagine somebody as superior as Bolt probably doesn't really need to take that risk. Whereas those people who are trying to catch up to him, they probably, they've got more to gain by trying to improve their performance in some way, with nutrition or supplements.
When you're working with athletes, do they trust you implicitly, or do they all say to you, look, what's in this? Will this be okay? I mean, are athletes more aware now of these problems?
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely aware. Particularly the high level, international athletes, and they do tend to trust me. But sometimes the issue can be is with some companies, their formulations actually have ingredients in there which aren't actually disclosed. And a lot of companies actually, have fallen foul of this. Even some reputable companies, might, for example, the supplement might have been made in a factory where there was an illegal supplement used in it, two or three times ago, and it hasn't actually, the machines haven't actually been cleared, so there can be a trace of an illegal supplement in that. So you do have to be really careful and send everything off to be tested before you give it to athletes.
And finally, Gavin, whenever I go into a health shop, I'm obviously surrounded by vitamins, various ones. Do they make a difference to people like me?
Yeah, the average person in the street really needs to take two different supplements. These are the two that I'd recommend. The first would be vitamin D. Mm-hmm. We get that from the sun, so generally, okay, we're having a bit of nice weather at the moment, but generally throughout the winter, people's vitamin D levels get really low. So it's always a good idea to supplement with vitamin D and get your blood levels tested. And the other thing really that is worth taking is an omega-3 fish oil type supplement, because it's actually very difficult to get those in your diet, and that's got lots of implications for brain function and moods and good health.
Okay, Gavin, you've been brilliant. Thanks for coming on.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Cheers, pal. Do you take any vitamins, Andy?
Funny enough, I did take the fish oil, but then I read, because I read the papers every day, so I see all this conflicting health advice. And there was a study recently that said that's no good for you either. So in the end, I just try and get it out of food, try and eat well, and that's that. Because they're always saying, "Oh, this is really good for you," and then about 10 months later, they say this is really bad for you. So what do you know? Okay. I've got some good news.
Hold on, is it Unfollow Moose news?
It's Unfollow Moose news.